January 2019. A quiet Florida home becomes the scene of a brutal triple homicide. A mother, a father, and a brother, all executed inside their own house. The home had one other dweller, their other son, who was suspiciously missing, while his family laid in a pool of their blood. Prosecutors would soon discover this was all for a woman the suspect never even met in person. A Bulgarian webcam model thousands of miles away. An addiction that turned macabre. And an incel story for the ages. This is the disturbing case of Grant Amato and the Bulgarian cam model. Welcome back to Bad People, where we take a deep dive into the most disturbing true crime stories. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any episode. Grant Amato was born on May 20, 1989, in Orlando, Florida, to Chad and Margaret Amato. He grew up with his brother Cody, while his elder half-brother Jason lived elsewhere. He attended the Timber Creek High School with brother Cody, and they both joined the weightlifting team due to their interest in fitness. Cody and Grant then both studied at the University of Central Florida, where they went through nursing school together and then proceeded to studying to become nurse anesthetists. While Cody graduated from his nurse anesthetist program, Grant dropped out, but was able to find work at Advent Health Orlando as a nurse. It was here that his unraveling began. In 2018, Grant was suspended from his job under suspicion of stealing and improperly administering medication to patients. Hospital staff had found 8 empty vials of the sedative propofol, which had not been requested by any doctors, in 2 rooms that Grant had been in charge of. When questioned during his suspension, he said that he had administered the drug to patients who were not being adequately relaxed. The hospital then fired him, and police officers subsequently arrested him for grand larceny after the investigation concluded, but the charges were later dropped. The series of events following the loss of his job were a journey down the darkest hole anyone could have imagined. In order to cope with the loss, Grant started talking to cam girls on a virtual sex site called My Free Cams, where he would eventually meet his object of desire, a Bulgarian cam model named Silvia Vencislavova. It started small, with Grant buying tokens to get access to Silvia's time. Occasionally, he would spend so much time and buy tokens worth as much as $600 a session. As he got deeper into the sex-frenzied obsession, he would send her gifts and lingerie, almost as if he forgot where he met her and had fallen for the fantasy she was selling for a living. Inevitably, he ran out of money and started stealing his family's bank cards, racking up debt to the tune of a whopping $200,000 to get Silvia's virtual attention.
All right, Sylvia, look at me. I'm outside going to check the mail. And I'm asking you if you can please, pretty please, send me one of your videos. I love it so much when you just send them to me. Yeah, I don't like buying your stuff. It makes me feel weird. Could you please send me one, though?
His family had had enough, and it was time to take action. Grant's online escapade was not only wrecking his life, but costing his family huge sums and putting a strain on everyone. They decided to send him to a rehab facility for internet and pornography addiction, a program which cost about $15,000. He was able to return briefly after some weeks, but on the proviso that he get a job and had zero contact with Silvia. While there, his family contacted her and revealed his true identity and situation, an act which ended the relationship. Sadly, Grant's obsession had become uncontrollable, and he was able to convince his mother to let him use her phone to make contact with the webcam model again. Upon discovering this, his father, Chad, ordered Grant to pack up his things and leave the house, an action which law enforcement and prosecutors believed triggered the murders. With nowhere to go, no way to fund his addiction to Sylvia's erotic displays, and having been cut off from his family's funding due to his father's eviction, Grant Amato snapped. January 24, 2019, while his mother was working at her desk, Grant shot her in the back of the head with an IWI Jericho 941 pistol, which he had previously reportedly stolen, months prior to the murders. Afterwards, he laid in wait for his father to return and shot him twice in the kitchen. He lured his brother Cody by texting him on his dad's phone, and upon entering the home, Grant shot him dead, where he lay in a fetal position. Before leaving the home, Grant tried to stage the crime as a murder-suicide by placing the gun by his brother's body. He then lodged at a DoubleTree hotel, where he stayed until his arrest 2 days later after a manhunt.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Water? Oh, you need a water? Yeah, I don't know where water is. I can get one. I'll get one.
What is that on my eye?
Nick, you got a bottle of water? I'm pretty sure the Dunkin' Donuts guys here is dipping my drink anyway.
Thank you, sir. Good.
After a long wait, the questioning is about to finally begin. It is conducted by Detectives Danny and Eva.
So you got a water? Do you Coke or anything?
No. I'll hold off on that.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Eva.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm here.
Hey, we really appreciate you coming up here with us. And
Sure.
if any time during this you need to stop and go to the bathroom, want a drink,
Snacks.
saying just let me know, and we'll be happy to get you in. My name is Danny Anderson, and I'm a deputy in Seminole County Sheriff's Office, as is Eva. So we just want to talk to you a little bit, and we'll get this in and out, be on our way. Okay? Full name?
My full name is Grant Amato.
How do you spell Tiernan?
Tiernan.
I like that.
Your date of birth? Home address?
Home address.
Phone number?
For the home or for...
The home.
Well, I mean, my original cell phone number was...
Education?
I have a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from UCF back in 2011. And that's my highest level.
Okay. What is there any special nursing degree, what you do, or?
I mean, I have like other certifications.
Uh-huh.
I mean, with that, like, I primarily worked in the hospital for, I think, 5 or 6 years. And then I was pursuing a Master's of Science in Nurse Anesthesia.
Mm-hmm.
That was back in 2015, I believe.
Okay.
But then I didn't complete that, and then I just went back to nursing. And then when this whole, like, wrongful accusation of the grand theft charge that I told you about in the car, when that happened, I stopped working at the hospital, and then that took like...
I don't think we talked about that before.
Well, I was accused of grand theft of the third degree back in June of 2018. That like went on for 6 months, and during that time I obviously wasn't allowed to work because of it. And then...
Where was that at?
Florida Hospital South, the main one down in Orlando.
Down on Orange Avenue?
Rollins, that's what it is.
Okay.
Rollins.
Okay.
So when that happened, obviously I was dismissed from that job, and then I couldn't get another job because now you have an outstanding felony charge on your name.
Sure.
So then I got the attorney. It all went through, and then finally in December, they posted on the Orange County Clerk Courts or whatever website where your file is that there was no evidence ever presented. All the charges were dropped, and now I'm just in the process of expunging that from my records.
Right.
But because I can't keep just not working forever.
Sure.
And that was kind of a topic around the house was I need to get started here.
Right. Who was your attorney for that?
So then...
But they didn't really have to do anything.
No,
the state attorney didn't file any charges. So.
No, state attorney didn't file anything, and then she just presented that she was going to be my attorney, and that was the most work she ever had to do.
Okay.
And then I had been applying for jobs for the last couple weeks. I'd gotten like 3 or 4 callbacks, and then I went on a job interview yesterday for a home infusion nurse job.
Where was that at?
That was with Credo.
Is that like a staffing, or is that like a headhunter kind of job?
No. That's like their actual company. It's God, why can I not remember the first name? It's something Scripps. Team Scripps.
Where's the location?
It's out close to the airport. It's on Lee Vista.
What time was your interview yesterday?
It was scheduled for 10. I got there at around 9 in the morning. And then I think we actually had the interview at about 9:45.
How'd that go?
I mean, it was all good. They didn't have anything. They said that they'd probably be getting back to me by Tuesday or Thursday this coming week.
Get you back to work?
Yeah, because, I mean, it's a crappy world when, you don't have any money, you can't do anything, so.
Financially, how's the nursing what you did? I'm sorry, I just don't know that much. She knows a lot more about nursing. The nursing, how does it pay? How does it pay?
I mean, if you work your standard 12 hours a week, you get anywhere between, I'd say, $45,000 and $55,000 a year. So, I mean, it's not bad. Obviously, if you work overtime, like some of the nurses who have also been nurses for a long time, I mean, they can make 6 figures if you work 5.
What was your best year?
I think my best year, I made like $55,000.
55.
Because I rarely worked overtime.
Right.
When I was just, because I had the whole plan of going to graduate school, so I was just kind of using it as a stepping stone for that time.
Just to pay the bills to get you where you got to. Gotcha. And what you were going for, what does that pay?
Nurse anesthesia pays, I mean, base like about 150 up to 175. You work a lot of overtime, you can cusp 200, but then
So what would you actually be doing?
If I could do anything.
No, I mean with that job, that nursing anesthesia.
Right.
What would you do?
Oh yeah, nurse anesthetist.
Thank you.
You're in the OR. You put the patients to sleep, keep them alive during surgery, wake them up, send them off to the.
I thought that was a doctor that did that.
In Florida, the anesthesiologist, which is the MD equivalent, if you will, they have to come in at the start of surgery. They have to induce the patient to put them to sleep, and then as long as they're comfortable with you, the surgeon's comfortable with you, then the anesthesiologist leaves, and then you take care of the whole entire surgical
Just
case.
oversee it.
Right.
Okay.
And then again, by the time you're a CRNA, you're obviously competent enough to wake the patient up. So when I was a student, though, the anesthesiologist would sometimes come back in for wake up to make sure everything's okay, and then you take them to the PACU or the post-op area, drop them off, you give the nurse report, and then you go on to your next case.
Notice how relaxed and chatty Grant is up to this point, willing to educate and deepen his answer on every question. He thinks it is a prelim to the interrogation, but officially, the interrogation has already started and he is already being evaluated.
Girlfriends.
I had like my high school sweetheart, girlfriend, for about 5 years. And then ever since then, no, like, official girlfriends, no flings or anything like that.
Dates here and there.
Dates occasionally, but, I mean, not really. Kind of focused on, like, just getting through the life goals that, you know, I wanted to achieve. And then,
You have a bunch of school debt?
I mean, not anything from UCF. I have about $100,000, I'd say, from my math when I was going to Barry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only school debt that I have right now. It kind of creeped back up when I wasn't working, so I had to go on to the deferred payments or whatever it's called until I get a job.
What do you like to do?
What do I like to do? I like to watch anime. Me and my brother kind of started doing that back 5 years ago, I'd say. He kind of got me into it.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I don't know what it is.
I mean...
I thought you said MMA. I'm like, okay, and then when you started explaining to it,
I mean, I
heard
guess
it. I'm like, no.
It's animated. It's like cartoons, I guess you could say, but it's Japanese cartoons. I guess is the best way to put it. So, it's not as it's like the stories and whatnot, and the way that the shows progress. It's not as childish as cartoons as you would think, like Powderpuff Girls and SpongeBob SquarePants and all that stuff. It's not like that.
So it's adult-based.
It's adult-based, yeah, you can put it that way, yeah. It's it can cover, like, slice of life, where it's just comedies, it can get dramatic, romance, all those different things.
Where would one watch this?
You download it from the internet, and then you can just watch it at home, like on your computer. You can watch it on, you can watch it anywhere you have an internet.
Is it in Japanese, or?
It is in Japanese, and then they subtitle it, yeah.
Do you speak Japanese?
I was going to say, do you understand?
I don't. I understand a few words. We actually just went to, me, my brother, and one of my friends, or I guess friends from high school, we went to Japan from December 1st to December 15th.
Oh, wow.
So we went, because, I mean, and it was anime that kind of inspired us to want to go there.
Was that your first time going?
Yeah. First time actually ever.
Who went? You and your brother and who?
Our friend Jericho. He was originally a friend of my brother's back in high school, and then we all have kind of stayed close.
How expensive was that trip?
I mean, plane tickets alone were like $1,400, and then I'd say it was probably about $10,000 total for like all the stays and whatnot.
For each one of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it was 2 weeks, so.
How'd you?
You were there.
Yeah. How'd you spend your time over there?
God, we went to Tokyo for the first 4 days, and then we stayed there, and then we went to Kyoto for 2 days, and then I cannot remember all the names of the specific places, but then it was like 1 day stays at ryokans, which are like guest houses or inns.
How's the food?
Food is great. We were too scared to actually go into like the shops, like the side shops, because all in Japanese, they all know what they're doing, and we don't want to like say it wrong or do whatever, like impose. So we actually survived a lot at night on just like food that you get from 7-Eleven, because over there it's called 7 and I, but it's like the 7-Eleven symbol, so it's the same exact thing, and it's got way better food than what like the 7-Elevens that we have here. So
we would go back?
Oh yeah, we would go back.
Really?
Yeah, I think we were actually planning on going back November of this year.
How long have you been out of work?
I've been out of work for 6 months, since June.
How did you pay? That's a lot of money for to be out of work.
My brother.
Oh,
yeah, my brother.
What does he do?
He's the CRNA.
What?
Sorry, the certified registered nurse anesthetist.
Okay, so we
were both in the program together.
Okay.
And then he was able to finish, and then I did not.
So he was making good money.
Yeah.
Was he making that 150, 100?
He was working. Was working a lot. I mean, I don't know if he was. I think he was cusping a lot of overtime, not scheduled, but like it's just kind of what happens. But yeah, he was moving along.
What do you think he made his best year?
God, he showed me, because he was he was complaining about how like his taxes alone were like the annual income of like a nurse. And I think when he showed me before like it had all ended, like before his pay year had ended, that he was already up to like 166, but that was like after I think the $60,000 or $40,000 already came out. I can't remember.
That was after it?
Yeah, I think so.
So he made more than 160?
That was take home.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
We
His
definitely
career.
picked the wrong
I
job.
should have stayed in nursing.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely.
So he just paid for your trip to go, since you're both into this.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Jericho, what's he do?
He's got just a high school diploma. So I think for the majority of the past year, he was working as one of those what are they called? They're like the people that watch the security cams when you go into like a Gap or something like that. He's like watching
Loss
for
prevention?
loss prevention. That's it, correct.
How'd he pay for all that?
I mean, I guess he just saved.
Your brother didn't have to pay for him?
No, yeah. He like covered maybe some like daily expenses if there was like a taxi or
Food or something.
Right.
Yeah.
How long did you guys plan this prior?
I mean, it had been a dream of ours to go for a couple years, and then we really started planning probably just the year before.
Oh, okay.
Like actually like putting the money aside, getting all the reservations and whatnot scheduled.
Like the dream trip to go there?
Yeah.
This is for that anime, you call it?
I mean, it was the inspiration.
Did you go
When we went there, though, we just kind of took up all the culture because through the anime, you kind of see little glimpses of what the culture's actually like.
Mm-hmm.
So then we just wanted to kind of experience all that.
So it was a good time. And definitely worth going back for.
Definitely.
Hobbies. What do you like to do?
Okay, so
Besides the
anime. Besides that, we would play video games. We actually just got like a virtual reality headset thingy for like the computer. That was kind of fun.
What kind of games do you play?
God, back in the day, we played Call of Duty a lot, like back in the day, and then we got out of that because it was just starting to get too like.
Which system did you use?
PlayStation. Oh, PlayStation. And then we went to Xbox because that was like what a couple of our friends had, and then we went back to PlayStation, and then me and my brother got into PC gaming. Where on that we just play like MOBAs, which are like strategy type games, RPG type games.
So I've got to ask this, you're into these game stuff.
I know none of
Did
that.
you hack?
Did I hack?
Did you and your brother hack games? Are you the guys that I've played with when I was out of work for a couple months because of an injury that would hack and would cheat me and lower me down to the lowest level of nothing?
Oh no.
Okay.
We weren't that technologically gifted. But I mean we would use like glitches or something like that when we would play on the PC, where you could like have no recoil or it would like auto aim or something like that. So
yes is the answer you're telling me.
I mean but we didn't hack other people's accounts.
No, but I've seen people in the middle of an Xbox game. They'll tell you that they'll find somebody that's cheating, and you'll see this big hand come in and grab them. They say, "Come over here against this section of the game." And the guy's splatted against the wall, and they just stand there and they shoot him. He dies, and he comes right back there.
Oh, geez.
You're not one of those guys.
No,
okay.
I don't even
All right.
Fortunately,
Because we're fixing to have a big problem because you probably got me before. So you guys play a lot of the PC games then?
Yeah, we started getting into PC games primarily. I haven't turned on my PlayStation in months. I think the only other game that we really played was Fortnite, but then that was starting to get to like.
That's a big deal right now.
Yeah.
The younger
Kids are all over it.
generation.
And actually, yeah, during the time that I wasn't working as a nurse, I tried to do the whole Twitch streaming thing.
What is that?
I'm
sorry.
No.
We're kind of old where you have to explain a lot of this to us.
With Twitch, it's you got your mic and then you have your face cam, and then basically people are just watching you play whatever game you're going to say that you're playing.
Okay.
And then they can donate, they can subscribe to you, which then you get like a monthly payment.
Did you have anybody doing that for you?
I had I think I was up to like 30-something subscribers.
And what would you charge them to?
With subscriptions, there's 4 tiers of it. Tier 1 is just $5. So right when you see that you blank subscribe to it, you get $5.
Is that monthly or just total?
Actually, Twitch pays you every 45 days because you're like an independent, self-employed or something.
No, but saying with their account, though, they subscribe to you. Would it be for a 30-day period? Or
Yes.
So every 30 days, they owe you another $5.
If they resubscribe.
Right.
Yeah. So then there was that. Tier 2 was like $10. Tier 3 was $15. Then if somebody tier 4'd, it was $24, I think.
And what does that get you for?
All that the higher tiers do is they give you like more emotes, like little things you can put in chat, so that when you're playing, everybody who's in your room can chat about what you're doing or anything random. And then donations can range from 1 cent up to however high a person.
So what were you making off of Twitch a month?
Nothing really significant. It was like.
So you said about 30 people at one time
subscribe
to you. So minimum what?
$150.
150 bucks?
$150, and then a few donations. But primarily, I guess just keeping myself busy,
Right.
doing something.
There's a lot of money in this.
Now, are these adults doing this or kids?
They're in their early 20s. There's thousands and thousands of streamers who do that on Twitch, but there's maybe like 5 that make 6 figures. And then, like, the 2 most prominent ones are Ninja and Tim the Tatman, and they both play Fortnite. Like, Ninja, I think, makes $300,000 a month from just doing
300
it.
grand?
Yeah.
And where's he at?
Like, where does he live?
No, U.S., Japan, somewhere.
Oh, yeah, he's U.S.
That's enough ice breaking. Let's jump to the crux of the interview.
The only thing that we really kept up with was clay shooting. But even that, I don't think we've done that for like 8 months or something.
What were you shooting with? What was your gun for that? What was you like?
Me and my brother both got the Benelli, like long Super Magnum,
Supernova, I think it is?
Supernova. That's what it
Supernova?
is. We both had those, and then during the time where like I was struggling, like in this last 6 months, I mean, I sold all of my guns.
What'd you have?
What did
You
I
have
have?
a little gun collection going?
I did. I had about 4 ARs. They were all just where you would buy like the different parts again, kind of like with the PC, and then just put them all together.
Because I'm not a gun like that. Why so many ARs?
I mean, again, we were just like an enthusiast for wanting to build our own things and just kind of seeing what we could come
Were you
up
building
with.
them up? Or you buying them already made?
We would buy the specific parts and then
Put them
have
together?
them sent to the gun clubs or whatever, so that you could pick them up. And then we put them all together.
You guys build them yourself?
Mhm.
Didn't have nobody doing it for you?
No. Yeah.
So you had 4 ARs. What'd you have? What else you have?
Besides that, I had Benelli M4 shotgun. Yeah.
Tactical shotgun?
Tactical shotgun.
What were
And
you using that for?
that was like our
Did you have it?
that was just our gun that like me and my brother both had one of those.
You both had one?
Yeah. And then we had that had always just been our dream gun that we just wanted to have, was a tactical M4. We took it to the range a couple times just to put some rounds
Me too.
through it.
I've got an M1.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But the M4 is much nicer.
Yeah. And then we had the Supernovas, which we just used for clay shooting. And then pistols-wise, I had, I think 4 or 5 just pistols.
What do you have?
I had a Glock 17,
Mhm.
I believe it was.
Mhm.
I had, it's not the Shield. It's a Smith & Wesson M9 something. I don't remember what it is.
Mhm.
And then I had a Taurus, which was I think like a 45 caliber.
Mhm.
And then I had again, it's like the dream gun that I always wanted was the FN Tactical 45.
Mr. Amato continues to display epic gun knowledge and a chatty, explanatory conversation style. These seemingly harmless facts will make more sense as we keep watching.
However long to get that back, so we never got that deep into it.
Still have them all, or you said you got rid of some of them?
I sold all my guns. Yeah.
Where'd you sell them to?
The Florida Gun Exchange.
The what?
Florida Gun Exchange.
Where's that at?
It's down in. They have one in. God, it's Ormond Beach. Ormond
okay.
Beach. That's the one.
You took them over and sold them?
Yes.
Sold them all at one time, or?
No, just kind of, because I didn't want to go in with too many. 'Cause
Right.
Then I felt like they
They'd
would
look at you like, who's this guy with all these guns?
Yeah, or they would like cut me a lower deal because I
Right.
was giving them like a whole bunch.
What'd you get for the ARs?
ARs, unfortunately, like it wasn't that much. It was only like $3,000 or something like that
For the
for
four
all
of
of them. Yeah, just because they're
How much you spend on them, you think?
way more, like at least double.
How
Because
much-
again, we bought them during the height of the season, and then I'm selling apparently where it's like not a good season to sell. And they told me that if they're not just like companies that I can't even think of one, like companies that make their own, and they're just like a fool, like this whole gun is all by this company or whatever. Those apparently sell for more than like a custom one,
Mhm.
because some people might not like what I put on it, you know.
Mhm.
So I think that's why I probably didn't
How
get
about the
it.
handguns? What'd you get for them?
Handguns was maybe like total was like $1,500 or something like
And
that.
had a lot more in those.
And the FN alone was $1,600.
You buy all them all new?
Yeah, all new.
The rifles you put together.
Rifles we put together.
You customized them.
Yeah,
But the handguns were they?
Handguns were brand new. Shotguns were new.
What'd you get for shotguns? What'd you get for the M4?
For the M4, that one was like the highest one. I think they gave me like $1,100 for it.
What'd you pay for it?
About 15.
Yeah,
15.
that's not too
so
bad.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
And then for the Supernova, it was only about $700, but that one cost about $1,200. And that one, I think we actually had to get from Gander Mountain, way back when.
Do you have any of these left? Anything, or do you keep anything for yourself?
No, I ended up
got rid of everything.
Got rid of everything. So I was just trying to get some semblance of money in.
Keep up with your payments.
Keep up with my payments, but also because like the whole trip was coming down the line. You know, my brother had to like foot the bill for to get the attorney. So you know, it's like there was a lot of stuff.
What did you pay the attorney, you know, man?
I think it was $8,000 for the holding the attorney.
Retainer?
Like, retainer fee.
And basically she had to do nothing.
She had to do nothing, and he got like annoyed because he apparently wasn't told that it was non-refundable. But I know that I told him because like I had to send in the document signing it saying this is non-refundable.
I've known of any attorney that takes a retainer that ever gives you anything back.
Yeah. So
to
I didn't
hire me. That's what it's going to cost.
Yeah, he didn't get anything back from that, unfortunately, and she ended up, I think, only going through about 3,000 of it. So, because, what was it? I think 5,000 was for the criminal case, and then 3,000 was for the other case if it had to go to the Department of Health, which that never had to happen. So that 3,000 is just.
So your nursing certificate is still good.
Free, clear, and active. It's always been clear and active. It's just the quintessential. You go to that background check, and then they'll see an outstanding thing. Even though I have the paperwork now saying everything's been dropped. He's in the process of expunging his records.
Did you have to go in front of the board or anything?
No. I didn't have to go before the judge because when
not saying board of nursing.
Oh no.
With any of this.
No.
That's good.
You know, even when it all went down on the day where I was accused of that felony, you know, the cops came in and then they handcuffed me and they were like, you know, you've been charged with this. We're taking you down to the I think it was Orange County. The Orange County jail area. You know, I had to have the picture taken and stay in the sitting area where they process you all and everything like that. And you know, I'm using the phones on the cord. You know, trying to just pass around the phone. And I'm surrounded by all these guys who are talking about, you know,
who are real criminals.
Yeah.
Who are real
criminals. And the first person I call is my dad. My brother. And
what is your brother's name?
Cody.
Okay.
Sorry. First person I call is him, and he was at work at the time, but he answered his phone, and I was just like, look, I'm freaking out. I've been charged with this. I've been told that my bond is this, and then I guess he tells, you know, whoever was working that day with him, I gotta go. So then he calls my mom, he calls my dad, he smooths things over as best as he can. He's just basically saying, I'm going to pay this. And then I think I was there for like 7 hours or something, even though it was paid within like the first hour.
Right. But it just takes a little time to get all the paperwork and the booking in and then the bond process to go through.
Right.
So that's dismissed. You're out looking for jobs, applying pretty regular?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say pretty regular.
Anything left in savings?
Nothing left in savings. I think I had like $300-400.
Brother kind of helping you through?
Yeah. I mean, brother was helping me. My dad was covering the rent that he calls it, which is just like the monthly payment for us to help since we all live at home.
What was that? What did you have to pay for that?
$600
each?
A month. Yeah. And then
it's not a bad deal, is it?
No. And then I mean he was covering like cell phone. We were paying for our own internet.
I imagine for that gaming on stuff, you gotta have better than basic internet, didn't you?
Yeah, unfortunately, out where we live, it's like our street, like the street coming down, I think, at Fort Christmas before you turn in, like that's the dividing line. Everything before you turn into Fort Christmas, all the nice big fancy houses that are on that side, they all have Spectrum and the gigabyte connection. They have everything available to them. But then right when you come down here, where I guess the older neighborhoods are, they haven't branched out everything. So I think it was just AT&T that was providing service. And I mean, we have the highest one, but it's still like, I think it was 50 megabytes download and like 10 megabytes upload. So I mean, it's not that great, but it was good.
So basically, all your computer systems were underworked for what their capabilities.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sure that virtual reality takes up a lot of speed, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Close with your brother Cody? Let's talk about Cody.
Oh yeah. 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 Me and Cody.
Who's older, you or him?
He is. I'm the youngest one. I'm 29. He's 31.
Okay.
My oldest brother Jason is 35 or 36 now.
Uh-huh. Who lives at home? All three boys live at home?
No. It's just me and Cody, and then mom and dad.
Okay. Tell me about Cody.
Cody. Let's see. Me and Cody had the quintessential rough, like, fighting each other and whatnot when we were younger.
The love-hate,
right.
Typical siblings.
But then I would say, like, my junior year of high school, we were all on the weightlifting team together. That's where I got to know a lot of, like, his guy friends. And, you know, we stopped, like, arguing at that point. And then we all, you know, we decided to go to nursing school together. We decided to go to the nurse anesthesia school together. I mean, we did everything together. I mean,
Who was the better student?
He was the better student in everything up through nursing school, and then I was actually the better student in nurse anesthesia school. But there was like again, kind of like with
Are you guys, sorry,
No.
Are you guys at the same time in the same classes?
Yeah.
So you're the
But
exact same
not for nursing school, not for nursing
No,
school.
I mean for the anesthesiology.
Yeah, we sat right next to each other.
So you're in there doing things together, so you got somebody to study with.
Yeah.
Somebody to bounce things off of and work with.
Yeah, and we would do that all the time when we were burning the midnight oil.
But you were better at it.
Yeah, and that was the one time that he actually admitted that I was didactically more competent than him in that field. And then
Who's better in weightlifting?
he was.
Okay.
He broke a number of school records. I think he was like the 129 weight class. I was the 119 weight class. But he was definitely stronger in high school. And then but yeah, we were close. I mean like bonded, you know. I don't really know how else to really say it. It was a lot of people thought that it was weird because we did everything together and because we were so close, but yeah, I mean...
Yeah, a lot of people understand the bond of brothers, though.
Yeah.
The true bond if you're close with your brother.
And I mean, during like this whole time, I mean, kind of like with just a few examples I've given you, he'd take care of everything for me.
Always there for you.
Yeah.
Always there to support you.
Always there.
Fight with you 1 minute, but make sure that you were not stuck in jail for some silly charge the next.
And, yeah, I mean, he's always been there for me, so. With my oldest brother, Jason, not so much, just because he was adopted to begin with, and then...
He was adopted by who?
My dad. He was my mom's son.
Was your mom married before your dad?
No.
Just had it.
Right.
Okay.
And then he was heavily restricted when we were younger, for lying and stuff like that to our dad. So basically, he would he would go to school and then he'd come home. He'd have to stay in his room. There's like no TV or anything like that, especially 15 years ago or something like that. But he'd come down for dinner and then he'd go back up and he'd do his work. On the weekends and whatnot, he would like go out and pick weeds and like do that stuff and then come in and then do the same thing. So unfortunately, me and Cody never really got to interact with Jason, the oldest brother, a whole lot. But I mean, Jason's been like, I think he's one of the most genuine people that you'd ever meet.
Cody's definitely one you're way closer with.
Yeah, hands down.
Go on vacations. He's helping with bills, helping with the legal issues.
Right, and I mean,
studied together.
We did everything together, connected at the hip.
Ever any issues really with him?
No, like I was saying, during this last 6 months, it had been a very trying time. Financially, trying to get the job thing going, worrying about this whole what's going to happen with this legal stuff. But like even through it all, I mean, he would like have his moments where he would get extremely upset. He never gets violent, I guess you could say. But like at one point he got so upset that he like pushed a cabinet and then it like dented into the wall. So he'll like lose his temper, kind of like my dad, but yeah, I mean, at least with me, he's always been like where he's there for me, like whatever it takes, regardless of what's happening. I'm going to take care of it for you. And I mean, over like the last 6 months, I mean, it's been sad for me because like I see everything that like he's doing, and like I can't be like how I've always been with him, where you know I'm helping out too, or I can do something for you.
Right.
You know, where we're kind of on the same playing field. I know that you make more money than me and all that kind of stuff, but it's like, you know, we can do the stuff together. You don't have to pay for my dinner. You know, when we go out with the guys, you don't have to pay for the trip, you know. It's just, you know, I couldn't help relieve his stress, I guess, as well as I always used to. And
but it's also the camaraderie there. You got your brother to go do stuff with.
Right. But then, I mean, I know for me, I had been bummed out just because, like, I've been out of work. You know, my whole life it's been school, back to work, and then just, I mean, that's it. You know, sacrificed all my 20s. I never went tailgating or anything like that.
Do you have any issues with depression over all the legal issues and beyond?
I would say that I was depressed, but you know, I'd always put on the happy face for like my brother and whatnot.
How would you deal with the depression?
You know, I'd talk to God. I'd try and just rationalize it in my head that, you know, I haven't heard anything from this attorney in 5 months, 6 months. I mean, you'd think that if it was something so severe that you would have heard about it by now. So I was just trying to rationalize to myself that hopefully this can all get taken care of, and then I can get back. I was looking towards the future. You know, like, then I can do like what I'm doing now, where applying, you know, everybody likes me when they talk to me and they look at my resume and they see all my experience, and then just waiting for if I get the call back.
Well, you got, you know, of course, I'm sure you know this. You've got that little blemish.
Yeah.
Over no fault of yours, it goes away, but still it's there. They can see it.
Right.
And you have to explain away.
Right.
Here, even though it was dropped, you still have that little check mark that you got to get by.
Right.
And then that's tough to go from what you were and you're working towards, you know, the job your brother has.
Right.
And you know the financial gains, the difference between being a nurse and the program you're going to. It's a huge burden on you, of course.
Yeah.
Did you ever take any medication for the depression?
No, never. I never took any like.
Or even self-medicate?
No, I never took any like antidepressants or anything like that. I think the only thing, just because like sleeping was kind of off and on at a time, I would take like Benadryl just to like help me go to sleep back at home, and then when I think the only other thing is like sleep aid, which is again it's just diphenhydramine. You know, secondary side effect is just drowsiness. It's not like its actual purpose. And then melatonin, just to help with the sleep cycle. Because I worked nights all the time, so I was always a night owl, always awake. And then now it's like
trying to get back into
because yeah, I'd be going to days. But that's the only thing I ever took. And then Advil, ibuprofen for like headaches. But no antidepressants, no medical history, none of that type of stuff.
Well, you and Cody, since you've been adults, any physical fist fights, anything? No.
When we were super young, but
Yes.
besides that, no.
Yes,
No, yeah.
So living at home is who?
Me, Cody, Dad, and Mom.
Tell me about your mom.
And for the first time in hours, Grant mentions his mother. This is very telling, as for most people, especially male children, their mothers are very dear to them. The fact that he could not bring himself to speak about his mother could be a way to avoid the pain of the loss.
My mom has, she's always been the, it's kind of like Cody, she's always been the one that focused on me. And she worked at home.
What'd she do?
She was, God, I do not, like a something manager, like a client manager for Nuance Transcription Company.
What is that?
Basically, Nuance, their major thing is medical transcription.
Okay.
So it's just all the things that the doctors are saying while you're in the hospital. And then
well, would she make sure that those all got transcribed?
She would manage the people who did all the transcriptions, and then she had a couple people where there's like the managers over those people that then she would also take care of. And I think she was in the stage now where she was kind of branching out to different countries. So she had just gotten like this Canada account, I think, where she had to basically do the same thing, but now it's just all
she had a good job.
Oh yeah,
good paying job. It sounds like.
And yeah, she only, I think she told me that she completed high school but if she didn't, then she didn't have a high school diploma, or she did. I honestly can't remember. And with that, when she first started doing everything, like with my dad, she was just a medical transcriptionist, so she's making like $35,000 a year or something like that. But now she had worked her way all the way up to making about $90,000 a year at this job. Stressful as hell. You know,
hard work pays off.
I'd hear her complain and do all that stuff.
Where was her office at?
You come down the staircase and then it's right to the right. So it's like, it's got like a potted plant in there. It's got like a bay window. Or like 3 windows.
No, when I say office.
Oh, at home?
She worked at home?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said she worked at...
Oh no, she works for Nuance
Oh,
Transcription,
okay.
but
From the house.
she works from home.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
it's like where like all of our internet and crap is against like the wall and
Like a home office?
Yeah,
You work
exactly.
out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like originally a dining room, but then it was transitioned into like her office. And then,
Fights and fusses with mom, or
no, I mean,
were you the baby? You
Yeah.
were truly the family baby?
for my mom.
What
Yeah.
about she's...
Yeah.
Okay.
For my mom.
Mom's favorite?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I mean, I had been being told that, because, again, it's like this last 6 or 7 months was just, like, stressful for everybody.
Sure.
And, you know, countless times my dad would, like, come up to me, and he'd make, like, me feel, like, he'd try and use things and word things to make me feel guilty so that I would, you know, do everything that I can, like, get a job.
Almost like a motivation?
Right. And he'd tell me time and time again that, you know, you're her favorite. I mean, she would do anything for you. And, I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't need to hear that. I mean, that's not what would motivate me.
Sure.
But no, with Mom, I think we yelled at each other a grand total of like 3 or 4 times my whole life. I've never, like, yelled at her for anything, because, I mean, she's never done anything wrong. She's always been the one who's
Stood by you?
stood by me, but tried to, you know, even during our early childhood when it was really rough with our dad.
Why is that?
My dad's a Leo type A, Italian personality man. He's very focused on his future. He's very focused on everything that he's sacrificed in his life for the betterment of all of us. You know, like, he's always dreamed of going hiking up in the mountains. They have a property up in Tennessee that they built. And
You been there?
actually, me and Cody and Jason have never been up to that house, just because
Did Mom and Dad hide that from you? That's our secret hideaway?
a little bit.
No kids allowed?
A little bit, but, I mean,
Have you seen the pictures of it?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of place is it?
It's nice. It's like, I think my dad has emphasized that it's about half the size of the house out in Chuluota, where we all grew up. But it's, I mean, super modern. It's got, like, the brick layout on the whole thing. It's on, like, 4 or 6 acres or something like that.
And where's it at? Tennessee, is that?
Tennessee, and it's,
Is this up in the place like they rent the rental cabin areas where a lot of touristy people
No,
go?
it's very secluded.
Okay.
It's, God, why am I so terrible at remembering these things? It is, it's like an hour out from Gatlinburg.
Okay.
God, I can't remember. But
It's
it's,
up in that kind of general area.
it's very secluded. It's like, you see a house, like, on the satellite thing, and then it's got, like, acres and acres and acres of trees, and then you might see, like, another house right over there. And then off, like, the back end of their property, they would send us pictures where it's got, like, the guardrail, but it overlooks, like, a valley. So, that property had actually been causing my dad a lot of stress, because I think it's been built for, like, 5 or 6 years. He only goes up there once every month, once every couple months, just to do maintenance, not to, like, enjoy it. And then every, like, other month, him and my mom would go up there for, like, a week. But again, it's like my mom would always just be like, you know, I'm working every day. Like, we're doing stuff in the yard, we're clearing this, clearing that.
Didn't get to enjoy the
Right. And then my dad, apparently there was, like, this hog issue up there that it's been destroying his lawn, you know, everything that they're maintaining. So, you know, he was, like, stressing about all the money that's costing him, and, yeah, so, like, yeah, I guess back to your original statement with my mom, never any issues. I mean, it was always, like, if there was somebody that I could talk to and, like, Cody wasn't available, I'd always talk to my mom. I'd always let her know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, she would help me out through anything.
Okay. Tell me about Dad.
Dad,
What does he do?
Dad's a pharmacist.
Okay.
He works for CVS. He's been a pharmacist for, I think, 35 years or so.
Always worked for CVS?
No, he worked for the hospital, ORMC actually, or I think it was something orange back in the day. But he worked for ORMC for about 15 years, and then he worked with home infusion with ambient healthcare for like 11 years or 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he finally got into the sales one with CVS.
What do you mean?
Where he like sits in a cubicle and then he's got the headphone on, and then if somebody calls in, he just like tells them what they have to do, like pharmacy-wise. So
Talking to other pharmacists?
Retail pharmacy. So he wouldn't go to like the CVS's that you see on the side of the road. He was at like Caremark or something like that, which is owned by CVS.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 650 employees. He'd tell me about like how it's
a bunch of pharmacists doing the same job he's
yeah.
doing? Basically talking to other pharmacists?
Talking to other pharmacists, talking to doctors, talking to patients.
Gotcha.
Patients for like their home health care stuff that they have, and they just call into the 24-hour pharmacist, and then they help them through with whatever they're going to do.
Did you like that job better than being in a COSA?
No, he hated it. Because he was fired from, and then he was like IV home infusion with Florida Hospital's home infusion group for only about 2 or 3 years. He was fired from that for being, like, I guess, to not, like, like an asshole, because he would, like his manager or something was this, like, young woman, and then she was giving him crap, and then he's like, I've been a pharmacist for this many years, like, and you're younger than me, it's like, I don't have to listen to you, you know. Right. So I guess he blew up one day when he was down at work, and then because of that, he ended up getting fired, and then he was out of work for about 3 months. And then he was trying to get back into the hospital system, trying to do home infusion again. Mm-hmm. But because of how old he is, and because he has an RPH degree, which was the original pharmacist degree, he doesn't have the new PharmD, he just wasn't able to get back into the avenue that he wanted to. So that's why he was forced, basically, to go to retail. So, but I mean, he'd tell me every day or every week that, he hates it. He's just trying to get to that retirement earmark so that he can stop. Because when he goes up to Tennessee, he doesn't want to get recertified in Tennessee and even work part-time like what his dad does.
What do you mean, what does his dad do?
His dad's also a pharmacist, but he originally
he
lived in Florida, and then now he lives in South Carolina. And he just works part-time as a pharmacist, but he got the whole recertification so he could keep doing that.
Right. Dad make good money?
I think he would tell me that he makes like between $110,000 and $120,000 a year.
Not bad money.
So yeah, it's not bad.
Well, so I'm sure him and Mom are both happy to see, that both of you going to that program.
Right.
You can make more. You always want your child to do better than you.
Right, and I mean, that was what my dad always emphasized. When we were younger, going through grade school and high school and college, we were heavily restricted, but we were allowed to do some things. Like, it wasn't like Jason's situation where he was just like the door's locked, you're staying in there type thing.
And who was that? Who was keeping? Who was the disciplinarian in the family?
My dad.
And was he the one that decided Jason stays locked in?
Yeah.
What did Mom think about that?
Mom didn't approve of it, obviously, but back in that time, my dad was a very, angry, violent type person.
Overbearing?
Overbearing. He would push my mom, and, one instance, it was getting to that age where me and Cody were kind of getting old enough to maybe be able to do something if she needed our help. And I remember her and my dad were, in their room, which if you go down the stairs, it's right there to the left. We heard our mom yell that, he's hurting me, and then me and Cody run downstairs, and we go into the room, and then we're trying to get our dad off of our mom, and then my dad elbows back, and that's when my nose has got its little, bridge right there. But, I mean, that's, how he was, spankings with a 2x4, baseball practice, it'd be, 4 or 5 hours, and he's hurling the ball as fast as an adult can, and we're 7th to 8th grade trying to catch this stuff. Yeah, I mean, definitely very overbearing, but he would always rationalize that he's just trying to, like, secure our future.
Violent towards the family?
Violent towards my mom and towards me, never to and towards Jason, but never to Cody.
Why?
Grant alleges his father was violent with every single person in the house except his big brother Cody. Was he jealous of his overachieving, successful brother? Could this be why Cody was not spared in spite of their closeness?
I mean...
Cody his favorite?
Yeah.
Of the three boys?
Yeah. And with that, I mean, I could kind of see it, but Cody also never really made any mistakes. He did a few things wrong. He lied a few times. You know, he cost my dad some money a few times, but he was never like a repeat offender, I guess you could say, whereas me and Jason, you know, we had that difficulty where it's like, okay, we got a C or we got a D on something, and I just don't want to tell Dad about it.
Sure.
But then he would find out, and then, you know.
Dad ever abuse you?
When we were younger.
How so?
Spankings with like a 2x4, and then, you know, he'd use like I mean, it was like a 2x4 that was fashioned into a paddle called the lightning rod, I think is what it was called. No, he broke it on me.
I'd be sorry. I would probably say it was my dad. Take it out and burn it.
Yeah.
So he didn't have it anymore.
But yeah, he would you know, he'd do that, and then he'd push you around. Like he wouldn't punch you. He wouldn't bruise you.
Slap you?
He never slapped me, but I guess I should say the only place that I ever got bruised was on my butt from being spanked.
Belittle you?
He would belittle me when I was younger, but again...
How long since you've been out of work?
No, I mean, not really. He would just make me feel bad that, like, he would make me feel bad that Cody's doing all this stuff to, like,
And you're not.
And I'm not. Like, I'm not contributing.
You're not as valuable, maybe.
Right.
Maybe that's not the right word, but you're not, like I said, contributing enough to what needs to be done.
Right, and then...
but nobody knows better than you that you want to be out there.
Right.
You want to have your
And, I mean, the problem, I guess, was that I was always, like, the jokester, the one that could calm everybody down, make everybody smile. If it was a heated situation, I could say a joke or something and then make everybody kind of move past it. And I was just in the point where it's like, you know, I'm hearing, you know, all this stuff from Dad. I'm seeing how much Cody's helping me. You know, Mom's stressed out with her job. And it's like I'm not doing anything. And it's like I'm in that situation where it's like I'm not doing something because I don't want to. I'm held out because I'm waiting for this whole legal thing to get taken care of and then for jobs.
We've been talking for a while. Need you get stretch your legs to go to the bathroom or anything real quick?
I mean, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
12 hours a day working as a nurse. I'm used
to
to sitting or standing.
Take advantage of it. That's why I said I want to make sure that if you do, we take those breaks. And sometimes it's time to collect your thoughts because, you know, just sitting talking.
Right.
Thinking about what you're saying. I want to make sure you got a break spinning because this isn't the hospital. And make sure that you want to...
No, I'm good. It's like with water and stuff. I'm not a breakfast person and waters.
So... when's the last time your dad put his hands on you?
The last time my dad put his hands on me would be, I'd say, kind of the middle of December of 2018.
What happened?
It's because, you know, with all the money that had been getting spent and, I guess just the mix of everything that I've been saying just kind of boiling up in him. And the fact that to him, it seemed like I wasn't concerned about it. So, and then plus I was, you know, I wasn't acting like myself with the jovialness and, you know, all that kind of stuff. My father chose to admit me to like a depression or an addiction clinic or something like that in Fort Lauderdale called Cornerstone.
Again, Grant hints at violence and turmoil in the family, but still, he protects Sylvia and does not even hint at that part of his life in the slightest. He says his father got violent but won't say why. He says he was admitted into an addiction facility in Fort Lauderdale but won't say for what. It appears he is determined to protect Sylvie, no matter the cost.
When was that?
That was December 22nd.
Okay.
Until I think January 4th.
Did you agree to go?
I didn't, but they said that, you know, this was your only...
Who said?
My dad.
Okay.
And that was in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, yeah.
Did your mom agree with it?
My mom and my brother both agreed, but it was my dad who was like the iron fist, like, this is what's going to happen. Like, you know, he can't...
Why did he say you needed to go? What was his reasoning?
Because with the way that I was acting, he didn't see that I was doing anything for, like, the positive. You know, and a lot of it just came back to money with him. He would like allow me to spend money that he had, like with his credit card or something like that. But it's like then whenever I did, it was like a huge problem.
Okay, so you had one of his credit cards.
Yeah.
And what were you buying with it?
Well, what I was doing is over the past 4 months or something like that, I've been talking to this woman online.
Who's she?
She's as embarrassing as it is. She's a cam model.
A what?
A cam model. Do
All right.
either of you guys know what that
Nope.
is?
Just like all the videos, you have to tell us.
A cam model, it's like it's like a virtual girlfriend, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like that type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the money went to her.
Okay, where's she at?
She lives in Bulgaria.
Where?
Bulgaria,
Where's that?
over in Europe. It's like
Okay.
outside of Germany.
Okay.
Something like that.
You ever been there?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't that serious.
Okay.
So what would you give her money for?
Just for like the time online with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was just like that type of thing.
And what did she charge? By the minute, by the hour?
Minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much is it per minute?
Oh God, I think it was like 90 tokens a minute, and it's like the conversion rate for all of that is like $600 for like 5,000 or something tokens or something like that. So, and then it was 4 hours a night. So I mean that's basically just where all the costs went to, was you pay real money for the tokens, then you use the company's digital currency for that.
So you do that, and when did you meet her?
I met her at the beginning of July. Yeah, at the very beginning of July.
Okay, and still talking to her?
Still, yeah. I mean, more just on like Twitter, like
Okay.
just through direct messaging. Again, cell phone service doesn't work, so it's like I can't use the chatting like that.
How much do you think you spent on this? Because it seems kind of pricey.
Yeah.
90 tokens and $5,000 for how many tokens?
No, it's $600 for 5,000.
For 5,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much do you think you spent on this?
Probably close to like $200,000, I'd say.
$200,000?
Yeah.
And where'd the money come from?
Money came from me, my brother, and then my dad.
Did they know where the money was going to?
They didn't know that it was going to a cam model.
What'd you
I
tell
was
them?
saying that it was going towards my Twitch streaming, like
Beginning stuff.
like advertising, like putting my name out there and that type of thing.
But based on what you're telling me, only so many people make so much money. I think just a few
Just a
in the country
handful.
make a bunch of money.
Right.
So that was like the ultimate goal, is to get to that.
I was
level.
hoping that the stars would align, and then I would be like one of those people, because I was good at the games, and I'm a funny, pleasant person on the camera and that type of thing. So, yeah, I mean so I guess to like bring it all back with why I was brought to Cornerstone, it was a mix of all of those things. It's like he felt like, he felt like
You need to be grounded.
yeah. And so then I was there, I spoke to like the therapist and psychiatrist and all that stuff. I didn't need any medications for anything. They had analyzed it as, this is an isolated event. You've been out of work, you have this PTSD from the whole getting arrested thing, and I mean, the last thing on my record was, I think, a speeding ticket back when I was at UCF. And then, just having all of that stuff going on, but then they had signed me up, I think, to be there for 60 days, but then I was only there until January 4th, so.
Who paid for that?
My brother, Cody.
What was the cost of that, do you know?
$15,000. It was $15,000, and then I think when I had gotten back, we were going through the process of calling them and seeing if we could get any type of refund. And I think they said that he was going to get refunded $3,000 from his $15,000.
Sure.
But I don't.
There so long.
Right. But I don't know if that transaction had ever gone through yet.
So their final diagnosis of you was what?
That I was fine. That
didn't need to be there.
Yeah. That I was fine. I told them all about like my living situation and how it had been stressful, and then it got better, and then now it's just stressful again. But they had all just said that it was just this isolated event.
Situational PTSD from
Right. Yeah. Like
the
once
last
you
6 months.
once you can get this legal thing taken care of, which I don't know if I mentioned, but when we looked online and we saw that all the charges had been dropped, that was on like November 30th or 31st, the day before we were going to Japan. So, while that was good and everything, I still knew that it was still going to be like on your record until you get it expunged. So, you know, I was still thinking, okay, at least now I can maybe start applying when we get back from Japan. Sure. But you know, yeah. So I mean,
after you get back. You got back
on the 15th of December. You
got back. I thought you said you went on the 22nd of December.
Yeah, that's when I went to. Yeah, it was after Japan. Okay. And it was because when I had gotten back, my mom and dad were, you know, dealing with a lot of the financial stuff while we were up there. And then when I got back, that's where my dad started to get really kind of overbearing, and I mean rightfully so. I know what I did, but it's like with him, it was every single day, hours a day. Hours a day. He'd come home from work, and then he would just talk to me just about the same exact thing over and over and over and over and over again. And
did he get heated?
He would get heated, but
how about you? Did you get heated?
No, I mean I was, you know, I was always the person in the family where, like, my brother Cody would interrupt my dad when he was talking. My mom would interject and say, you can't be saying that or whatever. But for me, I would just sit there and I would just let my dad talk so that he could say everything that he wanted to say. And then if I saw that it was something that he wanted me to respond to, then I'd respond. But I would never be heated to him,
sure,
especially if I felt like I was in the wrong.
Right. To all this, you think you were in the wrong?
I mean, yeah.
To some extent?
To some extent. You know, spending that amount of money, it's idiotic to do that, you know, especially when you're not making.
So $200,000.
Right.
When was the last time that you and your dad did have, you know, a heated conversation?
It would be Thursday, because one of his rules was that I wasn't allowed to talk to the woman anymore that I had been talking to. But I guess you could say behind the scenes, my mom would let me talk to her through her cell phone using Twitter. And, you know, she would tell me, like, look, you have to keep it just basic, because if you say anything or if you entice anything or do anything like that, it might lead her to say something to, like, my dad or something like that. Because,
how would she get in touch with him?
Because apparently when I was in Cornerstone, my dad told her, because he had, like, hacked my computer or something like that, and then he found everything.
Is electronics guy like you and your brother?
Except he's more of that, like, hacking level, like, able to do all that stuff. So he had found, you know, like, just the stuff that was related to her. And then, you know, he erased my whole entire computer. He put a password on it. So it's like, even when I came back up until Thursday, like, I wasn't able to go onto my own computer to look at anything.
Basically, he's treating you like a small child.
Right. And rightfully so. I mean, spending that amount of money, I was acting childish. I can kind of get it. But, so yeah, anyways, on Thursday, he had apparently found out that I was speaking to her again. And when I came back on the 4th, my mom picked me up from the Cornerstone place. And then me and my mom met my dad at California Pizza Grill or Kitchen in Waterford Lakes. And he had this list, front and back, on a piece of paper of all the rules. This is what's going to happen. This is why I'm acting the way that I'm going to act. I'm not going to be Dad anymore. I'm going to be Chad. And I basically told him that I'm going to be present. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to start to try and get jobs now. I told him what my plan was. You know, it wasn't really my intention to continue talking to this woman, but it just kind of happened. And then because there was like that emotional connection, I guess you could say, between her and me, like I like, you know, it felt like a relationship, you know. I didn't want to just stop cold turkey on it. So he had apparently found out, and then
Unhappy.
Right, and one of the stipulations was that he told me at the dinner was, if you speak to this woman again, you're out of the house. Like, I'm kicking you out. You can pack up your shit, and then you're off my property. And then, because of the way that he used to be, he had told me that basically if that happens, that if I ever step back onto his property, that he would kill me. So, you know, on Thursday, that all happened, and then I was in the process. I was getting all my stuff together. I was piecemealing it out to the car, and then, you know, I had an interview on Friday, so I had to get my suit out to my car. I was trying to just get all of my necessities as best as I could from, you know, a lifetime of living inside the house.
Sure.
And then my brother was working that night, and I think he was working like one of his long nights, but he ended up getting off early. And then I had met with my brother before he came home, just like in the neighborhood area. And then it was just on the like the back side of the house, like along, I don't remember what that road's called, but it's like you take the bend where it has those two blinking lights, and then it's just down that road a ways.
Not for Christmas.
Is it before Christmas when you still turn the corner?
I think so. I'm not
Maybe.
sure. I think so.
Well, it was just down that road.
Okay.
And then I basically brought him up to speed, and he had told me that he was going to do whatever.
What time was that, you think?
God, what time was that?
What time did you go to? Let me back up a second. I apologize. You, Mom, and Dad go to California Pizza Kitchen in Waterford at what time?
Oh, that was all the way back on January 4th.
Oh, you said Thursday.
Oh, that wasn't Thursday.
No. That was when I had come back from Cornerstone,
Gotcha.
and he was giving me the rules.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Then do Thursday then. We'll
what
check with
happened?
that.
That Thursday that you meet with Cody down the street. This is this past Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that.
After you and your dad argue.
After me and my dad had argued, and he had told me, you know, this is how it's going to be, and you know, all that stuff.
Okay. So this is at the house this past Thursday.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is what now? Saturday?
Saturday.
So
Yeah.
past Thursday, I guess you could still say it. So then I spoke with Cody. He told me about all that. He had given me his debit so that, because I don't have any money and I don't know where to go. You know, I'd never been out of the house on my own. And then the last thing that I was told was just that, you know, basically once again that he'll take care of it because
This is Cody.
This is Cody.
What time is this approximately?
I'd say a little after 10:30ish at night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so then after that, I just like stayed in the vicinity area for a number of hours, and then I had remembered over some of the nights when I would work overnight, but then I'd be able to get off early, that the Publix on 50 on Colonial, the one that's by the Tractor Supply.
419. Yeah.
Yeah. That Publix, it's like their guest Wi-Fi is always still active even when the store closes down. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go there because I have my Surface, and I can, you know, check on my emails. I had to pull up the address to my interview because I don't have GPS. So then I would like write all that stuff down, and then I was basically just waiting in that parking lot until I had to leave to go to the interview. And then, I mean, that was the last, because again, it's like no cell phone service. I mean, email was literally like my only form of communication. And then, you know, yeah, I didn't have any, I went to the DoubleTree because I was like, I can't just stay in my car again all night.
Right. And how did you pay for that?
I paid for it with my debit card.
With your debit card?
Yeah, because I think there was like the $400 or $300 and something still left on it.
Okay.
What time did you get there?
The DoubleTree, I think I got there at around 3 or 4 p.m.
Yesterday.
Friday. And then, yeah, and then I was just, I mean, I would, like, go up to my car so I get, like, a bottle of water or something like that, or if I had forgotten something, you know, just, like, necessity-wise. And then I was just there the whole night.
Talk to Cody, talk to Mom, talk to Dad?
No, I couldn't talk to anybody because I didn't have...
But you had the phone in the room.
Oh, yeah, I did have the phone in the room. But, yeah,
Call anybody from the phone room?
No, I didn't even honestly think about it because I was like, you know, away from a place where I had lived for 25 years or something like that. I had never, you know, as embarrassing as it is, I'd never been on my own.
Right.
The longest period I'd ever been away from anybody is 2 weeks when we were up in Japan.
Was it Thursday night that your dad told you that if you talked to the girl that he would kick you out, or was that the conversation on the 4th at California?
That was on the 4th. And then he just went through with it on Thursday.
Okay.
So Thursday, you're home all day?
Yes.
With your mom? She works at home?
Correct, yes.
Your dad's at work? What's his normal work hours?
He works until, I think he had to go in early that day, because he had to start, like, doing overtime or something like that. And he normally works, though, from, like, 5 or 6 in the morning to, I think he gets home between, like, 5:30 and 6 at night or something like that.
What time do you get home that day?
He got home at, like, 5:30.
5:30?
5:30, 5:45, one of those two.
Okay. Were you there when he came in?
Yes.
Okay, well, describe your dad normal come in.
When my dad normally comes in, he'll come in, he'll look into the living room, which is, like, there's the kitchen, and then there's the living room where it's got, like, the long couch and whatnot that's inside, and then there's the TV right there.
Okay.
So he'll normally come in through there, and then he'll talk, or he'll ask his questions, or he'll...
Where were you at when he came in?
I was just in there. I was just watching...
in the virtual reality where you said you had that set up?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just watching...
And that's in what room?
The living room.
The living room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just watching YouTube at that time, just like...
Did Dad talk to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where...
This is huge information for the case. Grant's admission that he was home when his dad returned from work could conflict with the evidence, which shows that his dad was shot as he returned from work, wearing his work clothes and only making it to the kitchen. Also, if he was home at that time, forensic analysis of the body could prove that the estimated time of death aligns with the time Grant agreed to being in the home.
Because he had, I don't know how he found out, but he had apparently found out, and then...
Found out what?
That I was talking to...
You were still talking
to the woman, yeah. And then he came in, and then he asked me, in a calmer state, I guess you could say, like, basically the leading question of, you know, why do you think we're about to have this conversation? Giving me, I guess, that opportunity to be honest and truthful, to maybe tone it down a little bit. I, of course, did what I always did, where I kind of didn't admit to it. And then he came out and he told me that I had been doing that.
He had proof.
Yeah.
Have an argument?
Yeah. And then, you know, he got just... He had kind of reverted back to the way that he was when we were younger, where, you know, he kind of, you know, pulled me up from the couch, and then he was yelling at me to pack my shit up and just get out of the house. That he was the one who had to be the hammer, and that, you know, why am I making him have to go through this, and all this other kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, you know, basically I had...
So he's becoming violent.
I mean,
like the way you described it when you were
right.
when you and Cody were kids.
Right.
What did he do?
Like I said, he pulled me up from the couch just by, like, the shirt that I was wearing. And then, you know, after that, he was basically just having that yelling where it was kind of like cracking. You know, like his voice would either crack or he was basically just yelling at that point and monitoring.
Where's your mom?
My mom was in her office.
Okay.
Because...
And I'm sorry to cut you off. Does Mom have, like, an office hours? Like, she would get up and do her work all day, and at a certain time, I'm done doing my office work, and I'm doing my family stuff.
Not really.
Okay, so she worked there all the time.
Right. She would... I think the major thing that she would do is she would, like, cook dinner.
Okay.
And then after that, she would go back into her office.
What time was dinner, usually, generally?
Between, like, 7. Like, I guess usually around 7. 7:30 is when we'd usually have dinner. Most nights.
Did you guys already have dinner that night?
No. I think, what was she going to make? I think she was going to make something with, like, chicken or something like that, stir fry or something like that, because Cody was working late, so she didn't want to make something where, because my dad would always buy meals that were for 4, so we didn't want to pull out anything where there would be leftovers or something like that. So, but she hadn't started making it yet. I think she was defrosting the chicken.
And that was about what time?
What time? I think she took those out like at 4 or something like that in the afternoon.
And at this time, the argument with Dad is at what time?
The argument with Dad is like 6:30 or so.
6:30.
Yeah.
Okay. You have your argument and you pack your stuff?
I have my argument, and then I'm packing my stuff. I'm, taking it out to the car. It took me like a couple hours to get as much as I could, just kind of out into there. And then, yeah, it's like Mom's kind of just staying out of it to a certain degree because she knows like how Dad can be. And then, yeah, I mean, and that's just pretty much where I was just kind of like waiting.
So you wait outside. Did anybody call Cody and tell him what's going on?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. And how did you know to meet Cody down the street?
It's because my mom had actually come and told me that, she was trying to bridge the gap, and then before I actually physically left, I had told my mom that, I'm going to be close, I'm going to be local, I'm just going to be like down the street. And then...
So you left?
So I left.
Okay.
And then
What time do you think you left about?
Oh, God.
If it's 6:30, the argument started, how long do you think before you left?
I'd say like 9 or 9:30 or so. And then, yeah, so then, I mean, yeah, that's, because I guess,
How did Mom
I think it's
about
because,
Cody then?
I think it's because, like Cody had called the house, and then my mom picked up, and then he was just letting, like, how we would normally do, where, like, I got off early, 'cause he was supposed to work till, like, 11 or something like that.
But he came home early.
And then, yeah, he was able to
come home early because of the fight, you think?
I don't know, honestly. But, he had, I mean, like, that week, even on the days that he was working until 3, he would come home at, like, noon or 1 or something that week, so maybe it was just a slow week. But apparently that had happened, and then my mom was able to
Tell him what was going on.
right, and then she told me.
Did Cody have the gun affinity you have? He did. He liked guns like you did.
Right, yeah.
Did he keep any guns on him?
I think Cody had his, he had his carry, his pistol.
Okay.
And then he...
What did he normally carry?
It was like a Smith & Wesson M9 shield or armor or core something.
Okay.
And then the only other gun that he had was his clay shooting shotgun.
Okay. Did your dad carry any guns?
My dad, to my knowledge, he has like 2 SKSs or something like that, and then he has a Glock something.
Did he carry the Glock with him normally?
Normally, no.
No? Okay. What else happened?
What else happened? Then after I had met with Cody, then that's where, I was again just kind of staying around that area, and then I just went to the Publix, and then to my knowledge, I mean, that was the last interaction that I had with the 3 members of my family was that.
Was about what time? Last time you saw your mom was what time, approximately?
Last time I saw my mom, I'm just trying to think. Last time that I saw my mom was, God, when did I say that I met Cody? Or when Cody
exact time
stopped by? It was like 45 minutes before that.
Okay, so
when Cody called the house, you said your mom told him about the argument.
Right.
When you left, you said you told your mom you were going to be in the area.
Right.
How then does Cody now know where to meet you, or if he's going to meet you?
Yeah, it's because that's when my mom had come out to where I said that I was going to be on that road somewhere. Okay. And then she was able to do that. And then I guess that's how she knew, like, where to, I don't know if she talked to Cody again or if she was able to do that. But then she was able to, like, pinpoint that area.
Okay, so this would have been late at night?
Right.
8, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere like that time?
Yeah.
So dinner was over. You guys already had dinner?
We hadn't had dinner because of the whole argument that was happening.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think, the chicken never got past just being in the wrappers over where she would always defrost it.
So, you leave, go on your way, Cody goes home.
Right.
And you have no contact with him since then.
Right.
I just want to make sure that we're not missing anything before we can close it out. Just a second, Grant. You want to take this?
No,
this is a good time right now to take it.
I'm good.
Bathroom break, anything?
No, I feel fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just water.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Sorry, man. I need the bathroom.
Oh,
And I wanted to point out a picture of Fort Christmas because we're not aware. I'm not familiar with the area, so.
So we're going to go back and talk again about this because it's kind of important to me about Cody and you meeting that night.
Right.
So then that night, which was Thursday night, you meet Cody because and did he ever tell you why he left work early?
No. I mean, I just assumed that it was just because he had been allowed to leave earlier.
He'd been allowed to leave early. Okay.
So here's,
I think this is the blinking lights there.
So this is, to me, this is 419 left on Lake Mills, right? Left on Fort Christmas.
Okay.
Where would you say you met Cody on Fort Christmas?
So wait, is this that other neighborhood?
I think maybe I'm wrong. I think it comes this way is 419.
This is
Orange
where all
County side?
No, I think this is up by the hitching post. You come up, you make a right on Fort Christmas.
This is where the blinking lights are.
Okay.
Yeah, because this goes into Picket Downs, right? It's right here. And then this is the circle.
Is this where you live at? Where do you live at?
If this is like the entrance to Picket Downs, then I live like.
Okay,
Okay.
so here's
So
there's blinking lights right here, so people don't run up into his house. I think that's what there's 2 red lights.
Oh yeah, that's on the dude's fence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's those 2 yellow arrow blinking ones at the corner.
The corner.
So these are blinking lights here. All right, so then where do you and Cody meet?
Like way down this road, further past on that road.
So past, does this dead end anywhere?
I don't think so. I think it literally
Goes into Bithlow, I think.
Goes into Bithlow, and then if you keep going it, which was the way that I inevitably took it, where it'll dump you out onto 50, and then I came up 50 to go back to the Publix parking lot.
So here are the blinking lights. How far down do you think you met? Half mile, mile?
I mean, a significant ways. I mean,
Just an approximate.
I mean, I would say it was probably over a mile.
Is this somewhere you and him have met before?
We know, where that, if you're on this road, the intersection where it's it intersects with another road, and then it's got a guardrail or something like that right there.
Mm-hmm.
It was still past that area, but it was close to that intersection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it in the roadway, off the roadway,
Off
or
the road.
in?
Just off the road.
Just off the road.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
I kind of.
It's back there in the country.
So you and Cody meet.
Right.
And it's approximately what time? And I know I'm not holding you to the exact minute. What time do you think you met?
10:30.
10:30.
Or something like that.
How long did you talk to him for?
Only about 10 minutes or so.
And what was the conversation?
Conversation was basically that he was brought up to speed, and that he would take care of it.
He was brought up to speed by what?
He was brought up to speed on why I'm out here.
Who brought him up to speed?
My mom.
Oh, so she talked to him.
Yeah.
He told you that Mom had talked to him.
Right.
Since the argument or when?
Since I had left.
So you left the house approximately when?
I left the house at when did I leave the house?
Dark?
It was dark. It was after 9 p.m., but I just don't remember.
So between 9 and approximately 10:30,
right.
You leave,
right.
Go down to sit on Fort Christmas. Cody comes and talks to you about 10 minutes. At some point, your mom has spoken to Cody based on what the conversation you have with him, correct?
Correct, yeah.
And she told him what had happened between you and your dad.
Right.
Okay.
Do you think that's why Cody left work?
I mean,
Did Cody say to you why he left work?
No, he never said why he left work, but in my mind, I was just thinking, oh, he had been let off work early like three times already this week. So I was just like
10, 15 minutes you talk to Cody.
Right.
What's he driving?
He drives a 96 or 97 Honda Accord.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a conversation, and he leaves to go home.
Right.
And you leave to go where?
And then I stay in that general area just so that if anything happens, somebody like knows where I am.
Okay.
Like
how long do you stay there?
I stayed there for, I mean, like a couple hours, I would say.
Just
That
the north
same
side of the road?
area where you were talking about?
Like, I would go, like, kind of just up and down that road a little bit, just at my cars and just, like, sitting there.
Mhm.
But for the most, yeah, I mean, I was staying in that general area, and then I decided to go
To Publix?
to Publix.
And then, when you left Cody, what did he say he was going to go do?
Cody said that he will take care of it,
Take care of what?
just the situation that was at hand, with whatever he had been updated with from my mom.
Did he tell you what he was updated?
He had told me the reason why, like, I had been kicked out. But he really didn't give me that much dialogue, like, about that situation. You know, he was miffed a little bit because, you know, he had just gotten off work and now he has to go deal with this. And then after that, I mean, it was just, he gave me the debit card to say, you know, to use this in case of emergencies. And then, I mean, that was pretty much it, because I don't know if, like, he had already said that he was on his way home, or if there were expectations, like, for a time with him for making it home.
But what was your demeanor? Like, what did Cody see you as? Like, were you
Like, scared.
upset?
Yeah,
So
I was scared because, I mean, like I said, it's the first time that I had been out of the house, you know.
So you were scared of what? Being on your own?
Right.
Or did your father say or do anything to scare you?
He had threatened me that if I stepped foot back on his property, not the house, but if I stepped foot back on his property, that he would kill me. And, like,
He said those specific words.
Yes.
Did you tell that to Cody? That your
No.
father told you that?
No, I didn't.
So you're afraid of him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You are actually afraid that he could kill you.
Yeah, and it's also because, like, in the past, like, 2 weeks before I got kicked out, my dad was going through, like, a lot of episodes where he was losing his temper a lot, yelling a lot, especially when me and Cody weren't at the house. And,
Who's he yelling at?
my mom.
So was he being violent to your mom?
Yeah, like, I think
Physically or just emotionally?
both.
Put his hands on her.
He had bruised her left arm by grabbing it.
Mhm.
And then apparently she had said that on one of the nights that they were in the kitchen together, and then he was like throwing food at her and then banged her head against the wall a couple times.
So, and I'm not, let me speak bad of your dad, but he's kind of a violent guy.
Yeah, I mean.
You have a reason to be afraid of him.
And then the thing that I was getting to was that apparently my mom was so scared at one point, because it had been a while since he had been like this, that she had taken like a couple or a number of voice memos on her phone whenever he would like come in and then start, like she knew that, you know, something like he was going to start to get upset. And that on multiple occasions, he had told her that basically if I fuck up, sorry for the language, but that if I screw up, he's going to kill me and then he's going to kill her.
He said those specific
Because
words.
he blames everything that happens negatively with me and with Jason, not with Cody, but with me and Jason on her, because we're her favorites.
So you have a reasonable belief in your mind that your dad could hurt you.
Yes.
He could hurt your mom.
Yes.
He could maybe hurt Jason.
Yes.
He's a violent guy. I'm sorry, I've been this a long time. He sounds like a violent guy.
Yeah.
Quick to lose his temper with you over minuscule stuff.
Minuscule stuff, yeah.
I get the point he's upset about the amount of money. I do get that.
Right.
But physically, he's abusive.
Yes.
And it's kind of embarrassing as you're an adult male right now. He's been abusive of you for years, has he not?
Yeah. I mean, more mentally over the course.
But it has been to the point where you as a 29-year-old male, right, 29?
29.
That you're afraid that your father could kill you.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it's like, you know, at the house, I mean, I have like no access to anything. So I mean, it's literally just like me, and you know, like I told you.
Access to anything, you mean what?
Like, you know, anything to defend myself. You know, like I had
The guns in the
sold
house?
all my guns.
You sold it. Does Cody have guns in the house?
He does, but they're like locked up somewhere.
Dad have guns in the house?
Again, yeah, but they're locked up somewhere.
And you don't have access to them?
I don't even have a house key. I don't have a house key. I don't have any keys to the doors inside the house. All I had was my car key. That's all that he gave me.
And that night when you argued with your father and he said he grabbed your shirt and pulled you off the couch, did he do anything else to you physically?
No. No, he didn't, like, pursue it anymore. He was just...
Did you tell Cody that he acted that
No.
way towards you?
No, I didn't.
Cody had no idea that there was a heated, physical, just the argument that you needed to get
Right.
out because you were talking to this girl?
Right.
We've come and talked to you.
Okay.
You rode up here voluntarily with us to talk to us. Why do you think we're having this conversation?
I honestly don't know, but I'm pretty freaked out at this point because, you know, it's, I mean, I know, like, how the situation was when I left, and, you know, I thought that it was weird to begin with that I hadn't gotten any communication whatsoever. I mean, like I had told you, my brother, Cody, the last time when I was away from the house, that he was the one who outreached to me via email, because, again, I didn't have my phone or anything like that. So, I mean, I thought that it was weird, but I had just been kind of putting it out of my mind, thinking, okay, you had to go to work, or they're busy or something.
When you were in your room, the hotel room, hanging out, watching TV?
No, I didn't turn on the TV. I had on just, like, music in the background, just kind of helped me go to sleep.
Are you sure about that? Because the hotel, it's weird, and I didn't know this. I used to travel a lot for work. They can tell, because of the TV, every channel you've been on when the TV gets turned off. Because I guess they have a problem. Yeah, I guess they have a problem with people stealing for that.
Oh, wow.
So those things are well monitored, even though it looks like a cheap.
Yeah,
generic
I never even touched the TV remote.
Gotcha.
I didn't turn on that TV at all. I was just using my service to, like, watch YouTube initially, and then I
You were
checked.
still using the service to check things.
Right.
So
yeah.
there'll be a history of everywhere you went on it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. As a child, we're told the truth always is the best thing to do. Correct.
Correct.
You agree with me?
Yeah.
And accidents happen, and things in the heat of the moment, things happen that we wish hadn't happened. But I do it myself sometimes. My kids will make me so aggravated, I'll snap at them and then walk away and say, wow, I wish I would not have done that. That was not very adult of me to snap at my child for something. Yes, they're wrong, but I should be the adult and not snap at them.
Right.
Tell me what you think, because I can tell I've done this for a long, long time, and I read people, the way they act, and the way they talk to me, and the way they answer questions. There's something you want to tell us. I can see it in your eyes, I can see it in your body language, and just the way you act. Now's the time. Now's the time. If there's something you want to get off your chest and give us an explanation of what's bothering you, now is the exact time to do it. And I'm giving you that opportunity right now to tell me something you want to get off your chest. It's there. I can see it in your face. I can see it in your eyes.
That you stepped out about that night.
You're upset about it. You've been that since we've talked to you. I can see there's something been bothering you. Even though I don't know you from Adam's house, can't you see things in people that something's really bothering this guy? It's not that, I spent a bunch of money I shouldn't have on this girl. So be it. You did. It's over with. Money can be made back. Something's bothering you.
I'm just worried about what is all transpiring from this.
I think at this point right now, to be honest with you, Grant, you know what it is. It's in your eyes. Your eyes is the view to your soul, and it's in your eyes. And it sounds stupid, and people don't believe it. Like I told you out there in the car, did I not tell you? You may not like what I say, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth every time, because I can walk in front of anybody in God and say, I don't care, I told him the truth.
And we usually know answers before we ask it.
Right.
Me and Eva knew everything before we asked you the questions. Now's the time to come to Jesus, be honest, because you're holding something back. I can see it in your eyes. People don't believe that the police will help you, but we are actually here to help you with issues you may have. I think something happened, and you don't want to tell us, but right now is the time to get it off your chest. And I really wish you would, because it will make you feel better in the end.
I genuinely don't have anything else that I can say about the night or, you know, the period of time afterwards.
There's only one opportunity to make that good impression. And if we've done something we shouldn't have done, you fess up there. You caught your hand in a cookie jar, you do it. Now,
is there anything else that happened at the house that you didn't tell us, that you've left out, or we haven't asked you, that would be of importance? Or during the time that you drove around for those few hours, did you ever really go back to the house that you haven't told us about?
Something that happened that caused you to defend yourself.
No, because again, it's like I didn't have any means to defend myself. I mean, I didn't.
Well, we know from talking to that there's weapons in the house.
Right.
We know that to be a fact. Something happened that caused you to defend yourself. Whether you had anything or not, you found something to defend yourself with. I can't tell you everything. I'm not going to tell you everything. But something happened, whether your dad blew up on you, threatened you, physically harmed you, or hurt you. Something happened that caused an altercation.
And I didn't do anything at the house besides get my stuff together and take it out to my car. And that's, I mean, I didn't, besides that one thing that I told you guys where I was going down the road to come back maybe, besides that, I mean, I didn't.
You saw nothing that was out of the ordinary?
No.
In the Fort Christmas area or 419 area?
No, I mean.
Did you even get up to the Lake Mills Fort Christmas area where that guy's blinking lights are?
No. When I came back, I didn't come up to there.
There is, and you're better electronics than I am. I'm gonna go ahead and admit that. There's a digital footprint, and there's ways to see things that we know that don't make sense. Even though your phone may not have service, there's still issues with the phone.
Right.
And it was on you the entire time?
Yeah.
When you left the house
Yeah.
until you were in touch with law enforcement?
Right.
I can track places you've been, and I know where you have been, and I know what time you've been there. And what everything you're telling me isn't just copacetic and doesn't add up. Because there's what I think, what you think, what she thinks, and then there's things that are hard facts that you can't manipulate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think something happened at the house based on my knowledge right now, and you're afraid to say it. You're afraid to come back and say that I was a victim, I was hurt, I had something that happened there that I don't want you to tell because it's something maybe embarrassing or not good, but I know a lot more than I can let on right now. And things you're not telling me, I can't help you if you won't let me help you.
So where's the missing piece? What have we missed here?
I mean, when I had come back that other time, I crossed in front of the dude's fence, the red blinking lights ones.
What time was that?
I can't remember.
That was Friday during the day, when you said you were going to come back.
Right, yeah.
Okay. But it was after you did your interview.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you did that, you would have seen something, and there would be something out of the ordinary that you would have seen. If you passed that, you passed something out of the ordinary. What was it?
I saw like a news van, and then I don't think there might have been like a cop car. There was like traffic being
Human nature. Human nature. What do people do when I go back to my old neighborhoods? And I've lived a couple places in Central Florida in the 23 years I've been here. I see something major going on, I get on my phone or I get on my computer, I wonder what's happened by my neighborhood, and look.
Did that even spark your attention?
There's a digital footprint of where I went on my phone. This right here phone, they can tell me I looked at these maps on my phone because it's on there.
Right.
The memory's there, you can't delete it, you can't. You came back to the neighborhood. You saw some things that are really out of the ordinary.
Right.
And I don't believe for a second that you thought that I'm not going to look what's going on. What happened to my neighborhood?
I mean, I didn't search it up on anything, on any of the devices that I have.
Did you search it somewhere else? at... Remember, like I said, I know things that you don't know. And honesty will get you all the things I could do for you. Be honest. I can't deal with someone who lies to me,
Right.
but I'll deal with someone and help them till the end, no matter what, believe it or not. That's just me, and she'll tell you. It's what it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say if I can do something that can help you, I'm going to help you, because every one of us make mistakes and do things we shouldn't have done in the heat of the moment to protect ourselves or to protect somebody else. It happens. I know you've searched for something. I know something. I can't tell you exactly, but you said won't you tell me, and I'll tell you if you're being true to me. What'd you search?
When I had gone to the Panera, I searched for like top stories, Oviedo or Chuluota or something like that.
And found what?
And then I saw that there was, it was like just the initial, like it had like a video, but I didn't listen to the video, but it had just an initial thing of that there was shootings in Salt and Circle, but it didn't say like the address or who's involved. It was just like this is the preliminary.
Was that on one of the news stations?
Um,
what was the site you searched?
I honestly can't remember. I
And
think it was one of the Weshes, but.
And you saw the story, because we've seen the same stories. You've seen the story, because there's a thing that will tell me how long of the time you spent on that.
Right.
You saw what happened.
Yeah, I was on there for like 20 seconds.
Well,
And what was your thoughts when you reviewed this story?
I was freaking out, and I was just like blank. I didn't know what to do.
Now's the time. Now is the time.
So what do you think
To be
happened?
honest.
I think that there was something that obviously happened at the house.
Tell me what happened.
I don't know what happened.
I know better. Listen to me. I know better. I can help you, Grant, with honesty. I can help you with honesty.
We think something else happened before you left the home that you're either afraid of or embarrassed to talk about. But we need to know exactly what happened, because like Danny said, we can place you there at certain times. And so we need to know what happened before you left that house, because you didn't leave with everything being okay.
I honestly, I don't have anything else that I can really say. I mean, I don't know.
Do you even know why law enforcement got involved? Like what brought us to that home?
No,
You just said it. You know something bad happened there. Out of your voice, not mine. I have not told you anything what's happened there. Something bad happened. You're here with us for a couple hours. You admit that you've looked at a site and seen something bad happen, because the video is not of just a general area. It's of a specific location, correct?
Yeah, I saw like a driveway or something.
Whose driveway did you say?
I don't know. I saw like there was like a gate. There was a gate, and then I saw like that there was like two cars, but then I didn't see anything past that.
Okay.
Well, is that driveway and gate your home?
I honestly did not fixate on it for like a long period of time. I saw like the one with an actual like gate.
You've been here with us. You think something bad has happened at your house, and to date, so long, you haven't even asked us about anybody.
Well, that's because for the last time that I was arrested, I mean, like nobody would tell me anything.
Once you start telling me something that's truthful that I know, then we're going to have a conversation of exactly what happened.
I mean, you're a smart guy. You know something's happened at your home. You have law enforcement here. You haven't heard or gotten any emails from your family.
I'm just scared as to what the answer is.
Well, you need to help yourself by filling in the blanks of what happened that night so we can give you the answer. Did anything more happen with you and your father besides him grabbing you up from the couch and yelling at you and kicking you out? Anything at all? Did he harm you, hit you?
No.
Draw any weapons on you?
No, he didn't do anything like that. I mean, he was just yelling.
This is the time to come to Jesus, to be honest, because you know more. I'm looking in your eyes. Your eyes tell me exactly that you are hurting inside. I get it, brother. I get it. You're hurting.
And this is the
You're
only
scared.
time we can help you.
Because once we get to a certain point, there's nothing I can do. It's in the hands of who has it. Nothing I can do. Honesty is always the best policy. You get caught stealing a car, you admit to it, I get it, how can I get help? What can be done to help me? And let me tell you the rest of my story. You're holding back.
And if something happened that you were defending yourself, then we need to know that. If you were protecting yourself because you were in fear, then that makes sense. But we need to know exactly what happened for you to protect yourself.
You can't minimize this. Once, a wise man told me one time, once a bomb goes off, you can't defuse it. You can't. That's already out there. Now is the point to say, how do I put Band-Aids on myself to minimize the injuries I have? And we're giving you that opportunity. I want to give you that opportunity. I don't think you're a bad guy at all. I really don't. I think you're going through a very stressful and emotional time right now with being out of work and just dealing with all the problems with the arrest. You're probably not used to depending on somebody to pay all your bills. So now you have to do mom and dad or have to give you money. Cody's having to give you money. And there's a significant debt to people. $200,000, I don't know what I'd do. I mean, mortgage, yeah, I get it, or something like that, or a medical bill for my child, yeah, I get it. But talking to some girl, in Bulgaria, you hit it right on the head. You were embarrassed about it, and you have nothing to be embarrassed about.
And
that.
you said you had a connection with her.
Sure.
And
here it is, man. I want to help you. She want to help you. You gotta come to me with the truth now, because I already know the truth. I do. Here's the chance. You can shake your head no and say I don't know. You do know, and I know you know. She knows you know.
There's a reason you didn't go back to the house. There's a reason why you haven't tried to reach out. I mean, it's odd you haven't heard from anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's words that, like, I can't think of to even say. But I'm assuming that, when you see that there is a shooting somewhere it has to do with my family.
Your family has no known enemies. Nobody has a problem with them. Nobody.
Right.
Continue what you were saying. You said when you
But I mean, that's like I don't. Like I don't know how to even say the words.
Well, give me a roundabout what you're thinking.
That somebody in my family's dead.
And how does that make you feel if you're thinking that?
I have absolutely no ability to comprehend the words, because, like I said, I've been there for my whole entire life, and even though there's been struggles and everything like that, there hasn't ever been any issues.
There's never been the struggles or the issues like happened Thursday. Never for you. I believe you 100%. I believe it's never been like that. But something happened Thursday unlike anything you've ever experienced in 29 years of your life. Never.
And maybe you felt that was rock bottom for you. You were getting kicked out of the house. Your father gave you an ultimatum. I mean, that's, you're already dealing with the debt, and, now you have to stop talking to this girl, and now you're being kicked out of the home. I mean, I can understand how you would feel. I mean, that you'd want to lash out, or, if something happened, you'd want to defend yourself.
Sure. Absolutely.
But we need to know what happened.
I mean, I can tell that you guys are, like, leading me into a certain way of what...
The only thing we're leading you to is wanting to get the truth from you. Not trying to make you say something that's not true, that's not accurate. The truth, the end. That's it. That's all we want is the absolute truth. Because it's got to come from you. It can't come from us. It can't come from us. Do we know what happened? Yeah, we already know what happened. But it has to still come from you, the truth. Because the parties involved, that's, in all cases, you want the truth from them. I don't want somebody to say something that's not true. Absolutely not. I want them to say, this is what happened, and here's why it happened. Because sometimes there are things that are justifiable. I'm dealing with a case right now where some people were jumped in a house, there was a shooting, and the people involved in the shooting are not going to be charged because they have the right to defend themselves. Nothing in the state or federal law says you have to be seriously physically harmed or killed. Nothing does. You have the right to defend yourself. Absolutely, you have the right to defend yourself.
If you're in fear of
Sure.
you being hurt or your life.
But Grant, I just need you to come. It's there. It's there. I can see it. It's on the tip of your tongue. You want to say, let me tell you what happened. I'm being honest. I think you're being honest about 95% of the story. I truly do believe you're being honest about that. I think there's that 5% as most people, because they're afraid to actually talk to us and tell us their story. And sometimes we can help justify their story once they tell us the truth. It's a fact. It happens that people are afraid to tell things. They're afraid, oh, I'm going to get, you're not going to believe me, you're not going to like me, you're going to think bad of me. It's not the case at all. I have no opinion one way or the other. I don't know you. I don't think bad of you. I just don't know you. If you're a friend, I would think different of you, or somebody I know was something else, or had previous dealings. Yeah, I may have an opinion, but I don't have an opinion of you. I just don't, because we don't know each other. We've never contacted each other, have we?
No.
So there's no reason for me. But I've been honest with you the entire time, and I will continue to be honest with you till the remainder of my career at the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. I'll always be honest with you. Call me and say, hey, this is. I'm going to tell you. Again, you may not like it, but I'm going to tell you. That's just me. And some people don't do that, and some people will tell you things that are misleading. I'm not going to tell you anything that's misleading, because that's my word. That's my integrity. That's my character. Now's the time, my friend. I want to help you. She wants to help you. And I'm telling you, I'm going to help you. Anything I can do within my power to be honest with you. I'm going to. That's it. But I got to have the truth from you. I can't get it from somebody else. I can't get it from her. I can't get it from other people I work with. It's got to come from you. I already know. I'm telling you, I already know. I got a couple more years. I'll retire. I'm going to take my career with me and be happy with what I've done because I've been honest with everybody. I'm asking you to be honest with me too. I want to help you.
I mean, apart from the times maybe being wrong, I genuinely don't have anything else that I can say about what transpired during the nighttime.
So when you left...
The detectives pressed and pressed, but Grant remained stoic, feigned ignorance, and gave absolutely nothing away, even when his explanations were illogical. After over 2 hours of sitting alone, almost in a catatonic state, the detectives decided to try one last strategy and get his half-brother, Jason, to talk with him, in the hopes they might glean some new information.
Alright, so I take it you know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you plain out. You are not part of it anyway.
No.
When's the last time you saw everybody?
I left the house between midnight and 12:30.
On Thursday night? So Friday morning?
Thursday going into Friday.
Why? That's when you went to a hotel?
No. The first night I stayed just in the Publix parking lot by the Tractor Supply.
Okay.
And
why did you leave, though?
it's because Dad had kicked me out Thursday because I was still talking to the woman that had caused everything, and I was using Mom's cell phone to do that with her knowledge, but not Cody or Dad's. So then Dad found out somehow, and that was one of the things that he had said would lead to my being removed from the premises.
So he forced you, he basically told you you had to leave?
Yeah.
Okay. So who could have done this?
I don't know.
So you didn't have any problems or troubles with this woman or the online? You didn't owe them any money?
No,
I mean, there's no like loan shark out looking for you or...
No.
I mean, I just don't see how things aren't adding up. I'm really confused, Grant. I don't understand. How did you get money to pay for a hotel?
I still had a few $100s on my debit card, and then Cody gave me his debit card.
Okay. And I don't know. I want to believe you, Grant, but you're the last person that I could put in that house. And I know what happened over the last 6 months. I can understand the troubles that you've gone through, but it's hard for me to think that you would break to this point.
Mm-hmm.
But who else can I blame? How are we going to find out who did this?
I don't know. I don't have the answers.
So what are your intentions? Do you understand what we have to do now? If you're not the person that did it, we have months of stuff that we have to take care of from our dead parents. Months. You know how much stuff is in that house? We have to go through it all. I have to call people in California to let them know that Grant Amato is not alive anymore. I got to call at 3 o'clock in the morning because Cody's 30 years old and has perfectly good organs to donate. And I can't call that shot. He's not an organ donor. I had to say no. So that means there's someone out there that could have used his organs, but we weren't prepared for this. I love you more than anything in this world, just like I loved Cody, Grant, and Dad. I know Dad was an asshole. I know Cody was an asshole. But they were our family, and they would have never done anything to hurt us. Mm-hmm. The shit you did, you could have been in jail. You would have been in jail for years. Mm-hmm. And they covered it up for you. I have a feeling the FBI is already involved because no matter how much Dad can overcome the money laundering, that's money that was moved. Just because they gave it to you as a gift, you can't just claim gifts as income. The FBI wants to know what the fuck is money being moved in that amount. I'm sorry. I don't believe you. And I probably will have resentment for the rest of my life, whether you did it or you didn't do it. But I need closure. I need to know what happened to my mother, my father, and my brother Cody. Because I wasn't there to fucking help. And that hurts me. That hurts me a lot, man. I may not have been able to stop you. You probably may have hurt me too. But at least I would have known what happened. And now I'm in fucking who knows what now. I'm lost. And it scares me that you want to leave here and not face what happened. Because you're putting my life at risk then. You're putting Donna's life at risk, Grandma's life. How do we know what you're going to do? What happened on the job interview last Friday?
It all sounded good. It sounded like everything was moving forward. And then I was supposed to hear something on Tuesday or Thursday of this coming week.
And? Nothing?
It was just on Friday.
It was last Friday, so it's been a little over a week.
No, it was just this Friday.
That's not possible. Friday was yesterday.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you had a job interview yesterday, but you got kicked out Thursday night?
Right. I had to get my suit and everything and put it into the car.
Okay. Where was your job interview?
It was over on Lee Vista with something scripts.
So they'd be able to verify that you were there for an interview. I don't know. I'm going to feel really bad.
This is just, I understand. I really do. I understand all your thoughts and what you're thinking and everything, and this is just, I know what I did to everybody over the months and everything like that.
I know you did.
And I know that you know the hell of dealing with it every single day when you're trying to move forward.
Yep.
Dad, and Cody, and all that stuff.
Yep, and I understand it was probably harder for you because you lived in the house. I had the option of getting out, which gave me the ability to not have to deal with it on a daily basis. I understand the mental struggles you went through with Cody and Dad's relationship, you and Dad's relationship, everybody's relationship in the family. You know how smart everybody is in the family when it comes to medical information. And that's what scares me even more about you. If you didn't do it, then you have to know that someone else did it. There is no way that there were people out there looking for our parents or brother. They had to have been looking for you. There's no way that Mom, Dad, or Cody owed anybody money, had anybody looking for them because of something that they did.
No, I don't think that it's some money shark or monger or somebody like that.
Right, because nothing was stolen from the house.
Right.
So, people that are looking to compensate for financial obligations would have taken TVs, computers, jewelry, monetarily things.
Right.
From what I've been advised, that is not the situation. So, that leaves that the people were murdered for the reason that they were in the way of getting to something else.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why it happened. I was taking my steps forward despite everything that I was supposed to do, that I was supposed to be doing. The slip-up was still communicating with the woman, but...
What were you allowed to take when Dad kicked you out? Obviously your card.
Basically my possessions, my cell phone, my iPad, my Surface, some clothes.
Weapons?
I don't have any weapons.
So there's going to be no weapons in the hotel that you were at last night? No weapons in the car?
No.
No weapons buried on the property?
No. I sold all my weapons when I was trying to make money.
I remember my mom telling me that. What about, I don't know what else to say, but I'm scared for you and I'm scared for myself, and I don't feel comfortable with you being around me alone. I'm sorry. I could take you physically, but if you have a knife or know where a gun is, I'm fucked. And I have little girls that I have to raise. I have a woman that is depending on me for the rest of my life.
I understand.
Even if you did, it's going to be so hard for me to figure out what to do with you. You do not deserve jail. But I can't come to fucking have attorney press charges for you to be killed. Grant, I need you to be honest with me, man. I need to have closure. And if it doesn't come from your mouth and I have to hear it from an attorney or a law enforcement or the news, it's going to be harder for me. And I know if you can take Mom and Dad and Cody's life, it's hard for you to comprehend that my emotions are going to be that, but unbelievably scary, Grant. And I don't believe in God. I don't have a strong religious belief, but I will pray that this is solved justifiably, because it was not fair that Mom, Cody, and Dad's life were taken. They did not deserve it, no matter what feelings were felt by anybody. They were good people.
I know. And they showed it by protecting me all the time.
But Dad kicked you out.
That's because I still broke the rule, and that it was apparently Dad's job to be the hammer person, or whatever he would describe it as.
Right, I was told that you would not have access to be able to contact this woman. Why do you feel the intent to still contact her?
It was just the whole emotional thing. I mean, that's all
Okay,
that I can say.
so are you saying that you love the woman?
I feel like I did, yeah.
Okay, you feel like you did, so you don't feel that way now?
Well, I mean, now it's pretty much, I mean, it's not what it used to be, is all I can say.
Because she's aware of what has happened in the last several months.
Right.
So why do you feel the need to still contact her?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, apart from just like that feeling when you care for somebody and you've been with them for however many months.
Yo, I know that feeling.
So, I mean, I was just, I knew
Looking for closure?
to some degree, yeah, and I knew that I could never do any of the money stuff anymore.
Okay.
So I guess that was like,
It hurt, right?
well, yeah.
Yeah, because you can't carry that persona that you carried before. But the crazy part is, you're still the same person. You are still Grant Amato that I grew up with for 17 years, that I played with, that we hid shit from Dad so that we didn't get in trouble. Who covered those grenades? Mom. I don't feel like we're getting anywhere, and I'm going to be honest, I don't feel comfortable with you staying with me. I mean, if in a week or a couple of days or 12 hours and something else is discovered, then I might have a change of heart, but I have no other options in my head of what's going on, especially if you're confirming that there's nobody looking for you. And if you're saying that you ran away or stayed in a hotel because you were forced to, or you were told you couldn't stay there, I don't live there, so I have no proof. The only people that live there are dead, so they can't say anything. But the morgue called me this morning, so I have to make decisions for Mom, Cody, and Grant and Dad in the next couple days. So just letting you know that I'll be making those decisions, because until I'm given verifiable information that you did not do it, I don't think you have the right to make that decision. You already made the decision on whether or not they can live or not. That's not your job. Alright, I'm ready. I do love you, though. Just remember that. Just like Mom, Cody, and Dad loved you. Nobody loved you any more or any less. I'm going to pray for you, brother, because I can't pray for Mom, Dad, and Cody anymore.
Please, let me check it out.
In perhaps the most emotional and heartbreaking part of the interrogation, his brother makes a heartfelt attempt at closure and to appeal to Grant's heart. There was a fleeting moment where it appeared he might open up, but he stayed stoic, offered nothing, seemingly resigned to his fate. August 12, 2019, after weeks of arguments from prosecution and defense, Grant Amato was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder, with a life sentence for each murder of his family members. Due to the jury failing to agree to a death sentence, he would face life in prison without the possibility of parole. Thank you for watching this episode of the new Look Bad Bad People. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, comment and subscribe, as we bring you more detailed crime reviews with police interrogations, bodycam footage and courtroom drama. And for unedited, uncut and exclusive footage, consider becoming a member of the channel. Members get exclusive perks like early access to new episodes, members-only cases, behind-the-scenes content, and the chance to help decide which crimes we investigate next. Your support helps the channel continue researching and producing detailed true crime stories every week. Just click the join button next to the channel to become part of the community. Thank you and see you in the next video.